Hey team, wanted to make a quick video. I just finished up our Duolingo challenge, our language studying challenge. We had done 11 weeks of just studying language however we felt like throughout the week and jotting down our weekly statistics that are sent via email. And so we got through 11 weeks and then we modified the experiment. So now we are doing 30 minutes a week, and it's not 30 minutes of learning per se, but 30 minutes on the app. Sometimes there are ads that take a little bit of time, some buffering time as well. So it was not 100% 30 minutes learning, but 30 minutes on the app for learning. So I'd say it was an amazing experience. I feel like I learned a lot. I cannot remember where I was, but now I just feel like I have learned so much, so many more words. I liked that it was every day, consistent every day, 30 minutes every day. Just saying 30 minutes every day, it just made it super easy to just get done. So for this challenge, it was daily, so it was 7 days a week, and I was able to do 7 when I was just doing it whenever I felt like. I was averaging about 4 days a week. So this 7 days a week was almost double that, which is pretty cool. I did miss one day, but I had a streak freeze, which saved it. So otherwise, every day, 30 minutes. XP, I'm a little dubious about this one just because I do know that there are like XP boosts and ways to earn more XP, like double for this and whatnot. So this number doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I will say that the change from our first 11-week challenge to the second 11-week challenge was pretty drastic. I was averaging about 136 XP hit points for the language lessons, and then 30 minutes a day, I was averaging 1,078. So I had been doing about 13% of what we landed on for the average in the second challenge. So that's not a lot. My high was 1,481 and my low was 827. So those numbers are a little more arbitrary. This time I tried not to take the extra XP, the extra rewards. So this could have been lower because I don't think I was mindful of how I was getting the rewards when I was just doing it for fun. So this, I'd say, was very much more XP generated by the language lessons themselves, which is pretty cool. It was pretty stinking cool. Anyway, a lot more with the 30 minutes a day time learning. Previously, it was about 41.5 minutes a week. So 41 minutes a week, 41.5, so we'll round to 42, I guess. 42 minutes a week versus 30 minutes daily was a huge difference. But of course, the app may have kind of goofed. I wasn't necessarily doing a consecutive 30-minute time frame. I sometimes would have to get off and come back on and get off and come back on. I had a timer on my phone that I would pause and I would restart when I was able to get back to the lesson. So that might have kind of changed how the game timed it out. So it may not show that I did do 30 minutes every day, but I did. Some days I did go over because I was in the middle of something or I had one more left or whatever. So I did continue a little bit longer some days. And if I did feel like it was very ad intensive that particular day, then I would maybe stay a little bit over just to make sure that I was at least closer to 30 minutes. But it's pretty cool. The average for the 30 minutes a day was 175 minutes on the app versus the 42 we rounded to. So we were doing about 24% of what we were doing with the 30 minutes when we were just doing it for fun. So 24% of what we have done with the 30-minute initiative. Lessons finished. I used to finish about 7 lessons every week, and now my average is about 47. And I will say, I have had to do a number of practice rounds to get more hearts. And so those numbers could have been very much higher if I didn't have to practice so much. And that depends too on if you are like a super Duolingo member, if you've got the membership. But it was pretty cool. I loved it. I think overall I learned so much, and it's been so great. My default, before was, French, English, what have you. But now I'm kind of starting to incorporate French and Spanish kind of together. And it's French is always my default because I have a major in it. So, I'll be like stumbling through whatever sentences if they have new words or whatever. And I'm looking at 4 languages, which is just kind of fun, and it's really cool. But if I don't understand something, I'll immediately say, je ne sais pas dans le français, blah, blah. And, I will just default to French because it's like, that is, the language lesson, what you're trying to learn. And so it's very, very fun. I like it. And I don't know how to modify this experiment, moving forward, because I loved doing the 30 minutes. I thought it was perfect. It was not too long, to be like impossible given my busy schedule. I was able to squeeze it in on a lunch break a lot of times, or on car rides if I wasn't driving. And so it was really easy to fit in. And other ideas for changing the experiment was to do it by hit points XP, but those are so variable that I'm not keen on that variation. I also thought of maybe doing like 5 lessons a week, but knowing me, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep track of how many lessons I've done and how many I haven't. And so I think it'll just be easier to maintain like a time frame. So I thought I would kind of reach out to the masses, see if they have any ideas. I did mention that I'm working on a left-hand writing initiative, where I'm trying to strengthen my left hand. And I'm right-handed. I write right-handed. And so I was going to try and work on that. So I mentioned that I was going to write little stories for 5 minutes. And the first one I started was in Spanish, just trying to use the Spanish that I'm learning. I am not very good still, but I think I'm not giving myself enough credit either. I have a French degree and I will still say that I'm not that great. And so, so I think that's just my personality. But I have learned a lot. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to write for 5 minutes in different languages, and in English. I'm also doing a storytelling challenge of 101 stories in a year, which I haven't even started. So I've got to get going on that. So those are paired together, and I'm pairing the languages in with that. But otherwise, I don't know. I think I might try to stick with the 30 minutes. I put Arabic on the list of languages that should probably be learned, and I still have Japanese on there, but I might swap that to Chinese if it's more applicable. I did want to learn one of the Native American languages that was on there. So I don't know. I don't know what's next. I think that we're just going to keep moving forward and have some fun with it. And if you do have suggestions for how to up the ante, perhaps on the app, let me know, because I've very much enjoyed my time playing for 30 minutes a day and learning languages for 30 minutes a day. I think that it was great and I enjoyed it. So easy to just knock out, just 30 minutes, just do it. And it was an amazing experience. I feel so much smarter for 30 minutes a day. So super cool. Thank you.